Hilo.
Good evening, one and all. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and that of course means it's time for some more of our favourite game. It's some more good old Warframe. Welcome in, one and all. How are we doing today? Hello there, Chocolatey. Hello, Disaster Maker. Hello there, Corocop. Hello, Zom. Hello, Eliu. Hello, Snake Reader. And Sabimon, thank you very much for resubscribing with your Prime onto that 2 months there. You got that lovely bronze badge. Thank you very much on that. And Ali Malik, hello as well. Cheers all round on that. Good evening, Evander Stevens. Hello, Raptor. Hello there, Blocks. Hello there, Moment to Shine. How's everyone doing? Ticket. Oh yeah, I didn't actually set that starting, did I? Balls. Because it didn't connect straight away because it's been a day. It's been a day. Let me get that started. Bear with me just a moment. It's been a day and it started earlier than I would have liked. There we are. That's up and running. Also a double hydrate. Is it a double? It's a double hydrate. It's a double hydrate. Okay. It's a double hydrate. Cheers. Appreciate it. I'm only going to say this once, so let's get over this before I decide not to talk much further on the matter. Snake Rider asking, hey, how come it's a late start today? Because I was woken up earlier this morning than I really would like to be by the most unfortunate news. Actually, negative news. Really negative. My granddad suddenly passed away this morning. That's why. So, yeah, that's the reason we started late, because I dropped everything and went to go see family and deal with that. That's why absolutely nothing throughout the day from me. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. So that's all I'm going to cover on that one there. Understandably. Now you know. So instead, putting that aside for now, for that is otherwise a personal and family matter, let's have a look at today's sortie. Today, we have got an Exterminate in the Void, we have got a Survival, and we have a Mobile Defense. All of it in the Void, with enemy physical enhancement, energy reduction, and then a shotgun only to wrap it up. We can smash through that. We can smash through that. So then, all y'all Tenno, if you want to be joining in, like Zom is already doing here, send me a message in game, the Kengineer. I'll bring you into a squad and we'll take it from there. Absolutely.
Excellent work, Tenno. This will help our cause.
I'll try to cheer you up a bit.
Animatic, thank you very much for the 100 bits. I do appreciate that. And Chocolatey for the hydrate as well. And the good vibes coming in. You guys awesome, thank you. What's the first place? Well, yeah, it is a new month, so you have indeed secured yourself first place straight away. We are on the 1st of February. Got session is full. How would session be full? It's just me. That's a good one, isn't it? Let's try that again. We have Concrete coming in, and we have Garuga, and unfortunately, Eliu made it in time. You absolutely did not I mean, look at you, 19 minutes past the hour. How could you ever expect to join a sortie when you come in 19 minutes past the hour? Anyway, yeah. Anywho on that. Let's get cracking. Tenant Envoy? Yeah, why not? Why not? Bit of Tenant Envoy action. Hello there, Andrew. Silver Fox said, I have an idea from a video. Me and some friends are wondering how damage attenuation works. And at what point the damage attenuation actually starts, what the reduction is, and how the Kuva head gets around it. I mean, I talked about how the Kuva head gets around it in the video about how to one-shot the Archon. I talk about what does and doesn't work there, so I highly recommend you go ahead and re-watch that video, because I covered most of your question already. The only thing I didn't cover is the actual mathematical breakpoints where things may start to turn one way or the other, because they basically don't matter. From my testing, it basically doesn't matter where things begin to switch on, it only matters how you get around that. Because if you're at the point where you're worrying about, oh, is this bit active, is that bit not active, you're doing so little damage, it's actually pointless to even consider it. So, get more damage, follow the strategy I give in that video there. It does apply to pretty much every source of damage attenuation. It doesn't count things like the Eidolons, because they don't have a standard damage attenuation, or at least an Archon style. They just have a flat damage reduction above micro DPS. So again, it doesn't matter for anywhere in the game when the equation really kicks in, because if that's your concern, you don't have enough damage to do the mission anyway. Yeah, go ahead and watch the video. I'll already cover it for you. Alright, exterminate enemy physical enhancements. They're resistant to all the physicals. They have impact damage, but not to matter. We're still going to destroy them because we're amazing. Craig got a new glyph today? Ah, okay. I think there's prettier ones. I'm kidding. Let's go. Let's get crashing on in this. More generally, guys, if you do have any suggestions, things you would like to see in a video, the best place to put those suggestions is over on the suggestions forum on the Discord. Reason being is over there, not only do you get to put down the suggestion in nice detail, it also means that if other people want to see that same suggestion, they can give it a thumbs up as well. So let me know that it's not just one or two people going, oh, wouldn't this be interesting, but actually a bunch of people going, yeah, actually this would help us. And likewise, if you see a one over there that you would like to see, then give it a thumbs up whilst you're there. FG, thank you very much, appreciate that. Wanted to wait long to redeem, you said you liked it, well, cheer you up below. Well, thank you, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. That is one of my favourite sound bites of all time, ever. And for very good reason. Completely unexpected response. So, you know, I'll take it. Oh, balls, I'm just going to sit on a post, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Oh, I forgot that was not set to be silent. Shush. I'm home now, no longer need that to be noisy. There we go. Which way are we heading? Ah, we missed one that way. There we are, that notification stopped me having to run backwards. Let someone else grab it. Now, after we got the sortie done, there is, of course, the Archon hunt, because we are on a new week, and then after that, we shall be relic cracking. We shall indeed be relic cracking. That is the idea, anyway. I intend to get loads and loads of good loot today. I had a pot noodle minutes ago, just recently got into the house. And it said it gives you good fortune or something, so we'll put that to the test. Will we indeed get some good fortune?
Successful mission. Find extraction.
Chuck saying, what is it with most of the games I personally consider really good have a void of some kind? I have no context, but okay. Fly Phantom, got a little question. Tried doing my first Steel Path survival, got Zephyr set up because she's kind of nice. I'm not getting anywhere near enough life support drops. Is there something I'm not queued in on? So, compared to normal survival, if you're solo, Steel Path survival treats the mission like you have 4 players in the squad. But if you're solo, there's still only one person in the squad, despite the fact you've got 4 times as many enemies, and therefore 4 times fewer drops of life support per kill. So you need to kill a lot of enemies on the steel path in order to keep up the life support. It's something around about 100 kills a minute minimum, just to be able to maintain life support if you're in a solo steel path survival. 100 kills a minute is the minimum, I would say, on that one. Any lower, and you're going to have to use life support capsules to help you out. And if you're much lower than that, you're simply not going to be able to maintain the mission long term. So yeah, that's what you're dealing with there. It switches up to all steel path missions act like there's 4 people in the squad at all times, on top of the additional levels and the hit point bonuses. It can be worked around with loot boosting frame. Yeah, it can be worked around with loot boosting frame, just like a normal survival can. Absolutely. When I say 100 kills per minute, that is 100 kills per minute of normal drops. Loot boosting frames are always second to that. Hence why Cora is so damn amazing at a lot of stuff. Ronald at the controller fall off the desk and bumper button broke. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Hope you can get that sorted out soonish, yeah. Speaking of survival, let's just get into this one. Energy reduction, so I'm laughing. Can kill some stuff with tornadoes and Kubachaka, but I guess it's not up to the notch yet. You'll work on it, you'll get there. Need shell. I would recommend a slightly more expanded vocabulary. Certain slurs are not so good to use.
A lone tenor operative is raiding this ship for supplies. You are here to destroy.
Does a drop chance booster spawn more reactant? Nope. Life support? Nope. Any other mission specific item like Necros does? Nope. Drop chance boosters boost drops. And just drops, resource drops. Because it's a resource drop chance booster. So if it is not affected by a resource booster from picking it up, then it is definitely not affected by a drop chance booster. Oh, fingers crossed that holds for you, Ronald. Fingers crossed that holds. Have I ever made an explanation of the combo counter? Because I really don't understand it. Do you mean the combo counter for snipers or the combo counter for melees? Neither is the answer in terms of have I made a video, but I can give you a quick answer right now. The combo counter for melee has 2 main uses. The first use, and this is the primary use, is in heavy attacks. As you hit enemies, you gain combo. The amount of combo you gain is dependent on the type of attack and the number of enemies hit. The combo multiplier that pops up next to it, that is the multiplier to your heavy attack. You see icons they have a 2 times on this Glaive build, which means when I heavy attack explode, it's constantly dealing double the base heavy attack damage. Hey, double Argon Crystal drop. Oh, that'll be my resource booster. So 1 Argon Crystal. It's still cool. The other primary use for the combo, another Argon Crystal, another primary use is with the combo scaling mods. That's Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, and the Gladiator set primarily. And the way they work, as they say on the mods, they'll give you either critical chance or status chance based on your combo. And it's always 1 less than the combo multiplier, because 1 times combo, no combo effectively, is no bonus. But at 2 times, it'll give you 40% crit chance on Blood Rush at max, or 10% per Gladiator mod, or 40% status chance on Weeping Wounds. 3 times combo, you got another stack, 4 times combo, another stack, and you'll see that in your UI at the top right, to let you know how many stacks you got. As for sniper combo, it's more of a damage scaling, and that is related to how many shots you've landed with a sniper, with a small decay based on just missing shots or not firing shots for a while. That changes from sniper to sniper, so that is better looked at on the individual sniper pages to understand your exact boost. Does combo count modding like Gladiator and Blood Rush work with Exodia Contagion? What's that? Wait. Looking at. Huh. I don't know what that is. Does Coppercat modding work with Exodia Contagion? I can't remember if Exodia Contagion uses those stats or not. Your best bet is to check the Exodia Contagion page on the wiki for people who have tested that. That would be your absolute best bet. I genuinely cannot remember if it does or doesn't. I'd imagine it does, but that's a guess. Great thing about the wiki, it has specific answers to specific questions all the time. It's the broader questions the wiki actually struggles with. And then the stupidly highly niche ones. And the meta ones. The wiki covers a lot, but it's all in the detail. But for something like that, that's pure detail, so the wiki will have you covered. Have I even done a Korra build video? Yeah, I did a full Korra video. Just Korra, Venari, and the stat stick for Korra's first abilities. That's all covered in the Korra guide. Check it out. Is there a damage multiplier of 3.75? Was that just a Brook thing? It's not just a Brook thing. That is for all exalted weapons. So exalted, pseudo-exalted and then exalted melees, I think, are affected by it as well. Not sure on Wukongs or Valkyries, actually. But pseudo-exalteds definitely will gain additional damage from your combo. And that I cover in the stat stick guide as well. Unbacked. Yeah, I don't have a video directly on combo, but I do have a video on exalteds, I do have a video on Korra, I do have a video on heavy attacks, which involves your combo. It's about the only thing I haven't covered on melee combo is just telling you Blood Rush exists. Which, you know, Blood Rush exists. There you are, there's your video. Easiest video I've ever done. Blood Rush exists. Hello, Ladybug, how you doing? Alright, we've got 5 minutes in, 5 minutes left to go on this survival. I do like the 10 Envoy. Of all the AoEs, this one got hurt the least by the ammo changes. Because unlike the others, its ammo pickup is actually really generous. I think it picks up 4 ammo from a ammo pickup. And with the way I've got it set up, 3 from a converted pickup. Rather than the 1 that you get on most AoE weapons that got nerfed. It's real nice to it. Yeah, the maximum ammo is lower, and you know, it's still less ammo being picked up each time. But 4 is a lot more than 1, considering it's still a very, very capable AoE weapon. I'm not entirely sure why it got given such a gentle treatment, but you know what, I take it. I'll take it. Longshot saying, finally get the frame I've always wanted today. Mirage, got the parts yesterday, should be able to get the last bits today. Nice! Mirage is a very powerful frame. Mirage is a very powerful frame. Very good one to pick up. That's the thing, you just kind of get her along finishing off the star charts. The quest is unlocked by opening up Sedna, because it's hidden messages. And then you just do the quest, boom, you got the parts, you build her. Such a powerful frame, it's a pretty easy way of getting one. Surprised there aren't more corrupted space program launches? We send a few. Mostly the ceilings kind of ruin their space program, you know? It's kind of hard to reach the moon when there's a big old light in the way, yeah. Even when the moon was in the void, it was still difficult. So the 10 Envoy was below most of your AoE weapons and usage stats? It was below, yeah. It was below. And it is categorically weaker per shot than the others. in some small ways, but honestly, I don't notice much of a difference, to be quite frank with you. Yeah, it's a little bit less effective per shot than the others, but to end up with 4 times the ammo, you know what, I'll take it, I'll take it. Also, the tracking shot, which you aim by, rephrased, the tracking shot when you aim, occasionally comes in handy for someone who misses as much as I do, because I can miss a shot and bring it back. Although that one died to my sentinel whilst I was bringing it back, so that doesn't count. If I react quick enough to a missed shot, I can actually just bring it back to the enemy, which is an interesting method of ammo efficiency, not gonna lie. Like, oh, did you miss? Let's not miss. Do you find the reload annoying? The reload is a bit long, but like, people also enjoy playing the Kuvazar, which reloads 1 shot at a time, so, you know, like, people need to chill. Also, it's on 2 shots right now. Let's switch to melee for a second. There we are, back to full. So you could just, you know, not shoot for a bit, just switch to your melee, swing it around, kill some things with that. Certainly if you're using Dexterity Arcane, by the time you're done throwing your disc around a little bit, you got some more shots to go. So that actually really synergizes with a quick melee approach. Oh, more armor crystals. How many have I got in this mission? 8 so far. That'd be nice if I needed them. Kuva was not affected that much either. Fair do, fair do. I didn't really use the Kuva all that much, so can't weigh in on its placement in the meta, but yeah. The Zara is a powerful weapon. The Kuva Zara is a powerful weapon. There's no two roads about that. Whether it is so much better than the others, I don't know. But it is undoubtedly a very powerful weapon. And likewise, Kuva Ogrius, Kuva Brahma, they get a lot of work done. With the ammo changes, they are less spammable, I suppose. Whereas the Envoy here, I feel like I can just keep placing it down in just general enemy kills, and yeah, it usually maintains. I have to be a little bit overzealous to run out of ammo with it. I do have to be a little bit overzealous. Okay, streamer lucky went frog and crystals. You end up with 1 and 6 Iron stars. Guess I'm just lucky. Yes, I'm just lucky. There we are, just quickly wash off my frame. Ah, there we go. Beautiful, nice and shiny. Thank you very much, Urali. Appreciate it. Had to get all the blood off the good old chassis here. Nightwatch Depart makes the Ogrius the only weapon with area denial over time, right? Maybe? Hard to say, I'll be honest. I don't remember every AoE weapon, but probably? Yeah. Tenet Diplos? Tenet Diplos? No, Tenet Diplos doesn't fit into that. Prediction time? Yeah, prediction time. Yep, let's get the prediction up and running. What reward are we going to get from today's sortie chat? Is it going to be an Master Sculpture? Is it going to be a Riven, a Booster, Kuva, Exless Adapter? Is it going to be Endo, Former? Is it going to be a Orokin Catalyst, Orokin Reactor, or a Legendary Core? That is literally all the options. I've read out all 10 of them to you this time. So, go ahead and pick them. Go ahead and pick them. Whilst we're out of that, I have a request from Karkop for a Nuke Ember. Okay, we can bring... I just searched Nuke rather than Ember. That's impressive. Yeah, we can bring out Ember. I need to bring a Shotty. Let's bring out the Felarx, because the Felarx is an incredible shotgun. And yeah, high efficiency, high range, high strength, screw duration. That should be good. I don't care about much else on that one. Yeah, that will do. Alright then. beat the damage by 1%. Did I really? Oh, and I beat your kills. I also took more damage than you, but there. You got 2 more headshots than me, though. So there's that. 2 more headshots. You can, there, and you got 1 more upgrade than me somehow. There we go. Whatever that's worth. However, I got more pickups. How did I get so many more pickups, but I missed an upgrade? Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Alright. That's how the game works. We all need shotguns. Gruger, that requires you to have a shotgun. The Cyanoid Simulator is not going to cover you on this one. Probably Lavos passive with energy orbs. Could be that, could be that. There we are, Bull Prime. Alright then, let's do this. Let's do this. Hard to headshot with Spore Eurelis. Don't know how I did that. I mean, Eurelis on the Marina is kind of, you know, elevated above the normal firing position. So if you're just raining that down on enemies, I mean, there's more of a chance there. Or even is an upgrade, a mod. Mods are upgrades.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network.
Let's just pop over these lot.
For heavy resistance.
Don't mind me, just coming through. Not the most impressive, but you know what? They are like top of sortie tier. Yeah, it's not amazing damage on this build, is it? It's not amazing damage, but it'll kill them. Mostly. And that's what we're here for. Mostly killing. Death from above you, really? Pretty much, yeah. One moment you think you're hot shit, next moment a girl on a skateboard has just wrecked your life. That's the way it goes. And I'm stuck here. There we are. Explain to some StarChat. Sorry, was explaining some StarChat frames to a newbie the other day. Emma got summed up as, so you want to delete the whole map. Do you want to delete the whole map by flexing? So it's to distinguish from Equinox, where you delete the entire map by sneezing. You know, very, very important distinction. Ember flexes, Equinox sneezes, and I just got another 2 Archon crystals. I describe Saren and Mesa. Saren is a walking,
Find one and patch me in.
just walking plague. And Mesa, gun go burr. How about Mirage? Disco go burr. Alternatively, shiny. Mirage just brings out all of the shinies. What's that? Only got 1 gun? Activate shiny duplicates of more guns. What's that? Enemies are running past objects, make them shiny and explosive. Still need to kill them even harder? Just summon a great big ball of shiny. Mirage is all about the shiny. Think Equinox Collapse has real art? No. I've played Equinox a very long time. In fact, Equinox was actually the feature of my very first proper Warframe video. So, no, I can say with absolute confidence that Equinox sneezes. When Equinox uncasts main, she sneezes. That's a fact. Oh yes, of course. How could I forget Mirage's third ability, which is also shiny. Summon shiny, trap shiny, disco shiny, and damage shiny. All the shiny from Mirage. Which makes sense, I suppose, because a mirage is just a bit of a shiny shimmer caused by heat. It fits. What's the use of using it? No idea what the logic of Eclipse is. Yeah. This is Warframe. Who needs logic? I mean, really, who? Sang Equinox's praises? Yes, good. Equinox is a very, 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 very powerful frame. Very powerful frame. The only downside is that if you want it to be tough, she kind of has to not be offensive. You know, she's got defensive or offensive. Doing both at the same time can be a bit problematic mod-wise. Yeah, you can do power transfer to switch between maim and mend, but that's really about it. How do you describe Hydroid? Wish.com Kraken. That's about as close as I can get on that one. Hey, there we are. We're finally done this mission. Let's get out of here. Mixon, how you doing? Welcome into the stream. Alright, let's see how we do on the damage. Not a huge amount of damage, because Zom is using the Felox in Ingana mode, and yet I have most of the kills. So yeah, Ember did the work. Ember did the work. Correct, Yodamo, this is Warframe. I mean, Van Stevens, Latham does have significant AoE, so I mean, you know. Complete a mission with only a primary weapon equipped. You forced me to, game, but sure, we'll take it. Also, we're going to be taking in that Kuva. There we go. 3 people thought we were going to get Kuva today. Disaster Maker with 1,000 spanners thrown into the ring there. One of those 3 people, you're absolutely right. It's Kuva today. It's Kuva from the Salty. There you go. Ladybug also one of the 3 on the Kuva side. Enjoy your additional spanners. Ray Thoughts wants to join the Archon Hunt? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Let's make a new squad for the Archon Hunt. Zom, Congreg, Garuga, thank you very much for joining in. Let's get loaded up now for the Archon Hunt, and then we'll get on to the relic cracking. 2,000 more spanners down the drain. Oh, sometimes it goes like that, Ronald. Sometimes it goes like that. Alright, let's see. What have we got for today's Archon Hunt? We have got a Murmur Defense, we've got an Interception, and then of course the Showdown itself, and this is all on Jupiter against Archon Hydra. Alrighty then. Nope. Eliu, yep, you can join on in as well. Let me just close up those tabs there. Wonderful. So we got one more space open if anyone else wants to join in on this. I've got buff to Chroma. Don't feel like it. Just don't want to play Chroma. I won't. You'll get one at some point, Ronald. I'm sure you will. Let me think. It's going into mobile defense, a couple defensive ones. Got it. Just triple revy. Why not? Triple rev. Do all 3 of them that way. Yep, looks like Garuga will be taking the 4th spot. Let's do this. Chroma is just auras. That's pretty much Chroma's entire kit is just auras. It's a bit disappointing. Yeah, the activate a Requiem Obelisk dailies, they are broken at the moment looking. No real getting around that, it's all broken. Alright, let's get cracking on this, shall we? let's get cracking. Kenji-kun, have a question there. Hi, one question. What would be the best to put a lure lens on? A good weapon like Nikana Prime or Phantasma, or a Warframe like Saren? It will be best on whichever thing you are earning the most affinity with. So Saren gets a lot of affinity from kills in low to mid tier. Once you get into higher tier, you're actually more likely to use Saren as a weapon buffer, and then the weapons do the killing. If you kill with a weapon, you get 50% affinity on the weapon, 50% on the frame. Whereas if you kill with a frame, you get 100% on the frame. And if someone else does the killing, so you're a support frame or you're around a lot of people doing a lot of killing, then you get 25% on the frame and 75% split across your equipped weapons. Usually, I would say it's probably better to put it onto a Warframe you're using most. But weapons can be the correct pick sometimes. And then weapons are obviously the correct pick if you've already done your Warframe. I hope that covers that for you. As I'm saying, Kent for Felix, I think I should use Galvan Acceleration, Reform Excellence, Dash, Silent Battery, and Ammo Mutation. It comes down to more what you're trying to achieve on that one, Zom. It comes down to what you're trying to achieve. Have a look as to what is disadvantaging you the most. Is it your ammo? Is it the enemies being alerted? Or is it the projectile speed? See which one you want to buff. That's the one to go for, really. Reps 4 isn't raw? No, Reps 1 is Zarta's Whisper. Because it makes the Incarnate go funny. With its, in this case, something like 651% boost to damage. As you do. No, it's kind of hard to turn down that scale of a boost.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
That only applies to the Incarnate guns, of course, but you know, that's exactly what I'm using with this frame. I've got Latum and Felox equipped. So, yeah. Zarta go burr. Do that until I run into a nullifier, that sucks. Don't do that. A line down there. Oh, there we are. Need to farm Zaku? Oh, Zaku is not that terrible to farm. You just have to get max rank with a completely different syndicate to the location you farm Zaku, and then I get all the pieces from different bounties, and then also get the additional bits and pieces to actually construct it. It's fine. It's only moderately terrible. It's fine. I'm just popping shots down the line there. Okay, I missed almost every shot there. That was embarrassing. I appear to be pretty bad at tracking enemies, not gonna lie. Yotomo, you keep on saying the same word. I'm starting to think you're a bot. If you're not a bot, Yotomo, please say something that is not Warframe. Otherwise, I will ban you and report you for being a bot. Because you're coming across a bot that just tries sending messages naming the game to make it look like you're a real person. That's an easily discovered bot. We'll just unload this bitch. Oh hey, ribbon sliver. Yay, ribbon slivers. Also, someone has detected some things over here. Is the things? The things? What are these? Oh. It appears that someone used the loot scan and it's marked the sentient cores. Never mind, that's trash. Not Warframe, they say. Well, at least you're not a bot. You're just someone who decided to make their first 3 messages on the channel Warframe. Serious choice. Why is this thing not dying? There we go, what the hell? It just wasn't taking damage for a while. Trolling bot? Not necessarily a trolling bot, just an attempt, I imagine. I'm sure I've seen this happen before now. A bot would send seemingly human messages, one way or another, to then evade detection when it starts saying very botty things. One of those could be just simply making the bot read out the name of the game of the channel it's popped into. But Yoruba has proven that they are in fact not a bot, they're just someone with a very limited vocabulary. So welcome in. And cheers for hydrate. Do I have a guide for the Grendel missions? I haven't put out a guide for the Grendel missions specifically, no. My biggest recommendations would be to bring friends. Not only do you have more people helping you on the mission, you can also split up the cost of getting the locators. Because only one person needs to bring a locator. Not everyone. The other thing is to make sensible choices of frames. Hildren is a great pickup, especially as you can use augments on her. Lavos is a great pickup because he doesn't have energy to worry about and there's a lot of tank. Protea is a good pickup because the restoration through dispensary, as well as having scaling damage on her guns. Those three are incredible frames to pick up. What if a bot has a chat GPT API? Well, at that point, the bot will probably send more sensible messages than the average person in Twitch chat anyway. So, I guess we're okay. Is that a Mirage with Nourish? Probably. Probably. Alright, let's see. What we got next then? It is the Interception mission. Sure. Mod Hildren in the Grendel fights. You can mod all frames with augments only in the Grendel fights. Specifically their augments. And Hildren has some good augments, so, you know, go for it. Alright. Now this one can be a bit of a donkey mission to get through. The good news is that the Felarx doesn't care about that. The Felarx just wins.
That first day,
Azul saying, do you remember? The 21st night of September? No, maybe not that. I don't know if that even exists in the universe here. Do Archon Shard effects work in Grendel missions? Good question. Never checked it. Yeah. Be the person to find out. That is curious though. I have no idea. Hasn't even crossed my mind. Stop hacking. It's my point. Mine. You hear me? Mine. But they're all over this one. They are absolutely all over this. Pop. Pop. If you're wondering why I'm not using the glaive the entire time for killing, it's because I want to use the Felarx. But the glaive is probably better suited for this mission, isn't it? Do you know I did streams? I do indeed do streams every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Wednesday and Sunday are Warframe. Friday is not Warframe. The game instead is voted for by the subscribers on the channel here, or supporters on other platforms, by heading over to Discord. Yeah, welcome in. As I'm saying, not for the Archon Hunt. Can we see Nourish Caliban? Why? Do I have to get Caliban out? Do we have to? I mean, you requested it, but I don't really wanna. Yotomo, seriously, what the fuck is up with putting Warframe as like almost every message I see from you, dude? I'm trying to read the chat and play the game at the same time and be entertaining, and when I just see someone constantly just put the word Warframe, especially when atting people to say Warframe, honestly, mate, you're beginning to annoy me. Take the hint. Open your vocabulary up, or shut up, please. Would like to see a really good mag build? Fair. You wouldn't. Oh, let's just get rid of that thing real quickly, thank you. How many of them are on this one spot? Thank you. Yeah, you won't have fetch or vacuum in the Grendel missions unless you Titania, I suppose. Titania would, because it's natural to be in F4, right? Otherwise, yeah. Alright, let's go Incarnate for a bit. Because I mean, it still does damage, does Incarnate mode, yeah. Oh, Telfa. Right, you know what, Yotomo, you piss me off. I'm timing you out. You're not funny. Come up back with something better, I'll just ban you. Literally not dealing with it today, mate. Wrong day. The tag vanished at one point max match, and I had to re-add it, so I just added in LGBT. Because that's what I grew up knowing it as. I mean, I could continuously put in more letters, or I could just stick the one letter there, but that would make very little sense. LGBT is the one I've known. That's why it's that tag. Yeah, enemies love popping over to location D on pretty much all interception missions. Not sure what exactly causes it, but yeah.
Were crowned with soul and with Tau. And upon his tongue, the Zariman flame, and the mighty demon of the
Lavos is a good idea for the Grendel missions, Ladybug, because Lavos can dish out a whole lot of toxin damage, which is great against the Corpus there. Lavos can heal themselves. Lavos doesn't have to worry about energy for casting abilities. Lavos has a natural amount of tank, which is great. Lavos has overall elemental superiority, which is great for just kind of knocking enemies around overall. God damn Xmas weakening shots. Yeah, the Incarnate mode. I try to find a reason to want to use the Incarnate mode of the Phalanx. It's strictly inferior for everything other than ammo economy. You get free shots, but those free shots are worse. What weapons work on Grendel missions? I mean, the Fulmin wasn't a bad choice. You can give that a try. Range? I suppose it's a range as well. I think. I mean, yeah. Because the shots don't lose damage over distance in the same way, do they? The constant alarms going off is making it kind of hard to tell what the hell's going on. Kind of feels a lot better with shotgun barrage. It'll feel better, but the results are still worse. No lasers. Only the Tenno allowed lasers. The Sentients are not allowed lasers. They are problems. It looks like the enemies have finally decided to back. Oh wait, no, they're not backing off. They're just slowed. We are a gloom user. A gloomer. We're just having a disco party. Disco isn't meant to tear your innards out, so, you know, he needs to get a new disco ball. He's been sent back for repairs. The disco broke. Just like this one. How? Wait, is that 3 simultaneous discos? 3 simultaneous discos. Wow, that is just murder. Crikey. Hello Ray, how you doing? Oh, they died. Oh, well, there's another disco. Let me just... Yep, pop, pop, pop. No, you don't. No hacky hacky. Yeah, they've all decided to come back to D again. They're all over the D. There we are. Missed news at the beginning of the stream because of work. I mean, there's not really news, Ray. Not really news. Says you seem to like Dance Dance Revolution. Something like that. Maybe sentients were modelled after Octavia. You never know. Sentients are party animals. I mean, their mothers and fathers were carpenters and farmers. And they decided, nah, that's too mundane. Let's do something special. Something like that, anyway. Alright, well, this mission is wrapped up.
You're scared to face the possibility.
At least once these two have finished having a family dispute. And there we go. Are the incarnate evolutions disabled for the Grendel missions like mods are? I have no idea on that. No idea. Again, another thing I've not tested. It's part of the thing with the Grendel missions that they say no mods, but then other things happen. And it's not quite clear exactly where the lines are drawn. There's like, it's no operator as well. So, I don't know. Check the wiki. We won faster and your team failed one round? Well, there we are, Snake Raider. There we are. Just shows you need a good team. You just need to get yourself a good team. Alright then, we're going into the actual Archon Hunt now. I don't need to switch anything here. It's all correct and ready to go. It's the final showdown, and for that as well, let's get a prediction up and running, guys. Second prediction of the stream. Once again, is it going to be a NASA Riven booster or something else from the Archon Hunt? Get your predictions in. We'll go crashing in right now. Since they're an integral part of the weapons, I think they'll be disabled. But at the same time, they could also be coded like a mod to the weapon. So, we don't know. Not until someone checks the wiki or goes and tries it for themselves. We can assume things, but the only thing you can assume in Warframe is that assuming is dangerous. Because even when DE tells you outright how something works, sometimes that is incorrect. See, for example, irradiating disarm. Hello, Kanaka, how are you doing today?
Dreams of dominion into Azul's ear, who keeps Era suppressed and tormented with delusions. The stench of Lyra's venom.
Let's just sprint through all this. Actually, I'm going to get a couple kills along the way. There we are. I think I just... Oh, I've got the wrong build. No, I forgot. Yeah, my Felox on my standard build. It's not on my, what do you call it? Radiation build. Right, this is probably not going to be one shot then. Bollocks. That's on me. I didn't switch my builds over. Haven't got my dead head. Haven't got the headshot bonus. Haven't got radiation. Don't think I have all the multi-shot I'd normally like to have. We'll see what happens. As I'm saying, couldn't activate the Incarnate mode in the Grendel mission. Fair do. I wonder if that applies to all the Evos or just that one. Tune bugs? Yeah, always assume bugs. I missed!
Stay on the move. Those eyes can kill.
Alright. I'm hoping that Garuga didn't try meleeing it. Because, you know, that would be bad. Moving on over. Lord, that's a lot of damage? Yeah. You asked first, can I melee now that you don't have a proper build? No. No, the answer is still no, because my build is still going to be infinitely superior to your melee in this mission. We've covered that before now, Gruga. Don't. Again, today is not the day to push it. I should change the stream title to Today is not the day to push it. Because today is definitely not the day to push it. Today is the day that I rigorously enforce Rule 1, don't be a dick. And if that means you are a 2-year subscriber and get timed out for the next week, then that means you're a 2-year subscriber that gets timed out for the next week. Today is the day of don't push it. Well, it was nice of that Deacon to just not have anyone defending him. Bad joke, right? Where's that marker?
The Deacon is invulnerable. Take down his flock first. Then him.
Oh, they must have just got to the Deacon, that's what that was. Alright. There we go. We just need the other one here, we'll be good to go. No prediction? Prediction's already run. You're too late. Prediction already ran. It runs at the start of the mission, not halfway through. Let's just re-up this. Get that to maximum charges. Getting Grendel for helmet. Getting helmet there. Migok currently getting Grendel for helmet. Fair enough. Good luck. No. It sounds like they're about to arrive with the veil. Never mind. There we go. Merosh, you're welcome. Glad you enjoy the YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy Twitch just as much. Welcome on in. Apparently so. Immediately subscribing with your Prime. Merosh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Welcome to the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your remotes, your access to the Supporter Tea Lounge, and your ad-free viewing. The Supporter Tea Lounge, by the way, over on the Discord, just in case you're unaware. Welcome in. Alright, they've immediately gone invulnerable because they do that. Yeah, nowhere near the damage it needs to be. But there we are. We could still just kind of brute force the multi-shot.
You dealt with Archon Naira expertly, Tenno.
There we are.
Expect no mercy.
Multi-shot just burns through that one. Nope. Keep that up. Don't want to die on the way out. That would be embarrassing. And jobs are good. There we are. Easy. Easy. And let's see what we get. We got... Oh, at least we got Talforged Amber Shard. And that's a Sculpture. Hey, Talforged. Talforged. Very nice pickup right there. Very, very nice pickup. So those of you who gambled on it being an NASA, you're absolutely correct. 6 if you did. Ronald, 2,000 spanners are thrown into that option there. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. It's an NASA from this one. Enjoy. GG's all around. I'm joining in on that. Alright, so let's have a look at Zom's request here. Zom has requested Nourish Caliban. If you do this, remember to cast Nourish after you summon your sentience, so they do the little AoE stun. Okay. So we're saying Caliban. We're saying, assuming get rid of Razor Gyre because it's terrible. It's just terrible. You refuse to believe Townfall shards are coded into the game? Well, you are incorrect, Sam Jackson, but there we are then. Someone has to be, I guess. Yeah, let's swap out Razor Giant. The duration on this, though. I've gone for efficiency build. What other builds we got? Broken build. Yep. Let's see here. This one, that's got some duration. It's got the strength, got range, got efficiency, yada 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 yada. This is a parasitic armor build. Oh my. All right, you know what? Let's just make a build. Let's just make one. So let's go for corrosive projection, just as a matter of course. Vitality for just a generalized form of defense. Suppose we can. Yeah. Let's go adaptation because we'll have shields. Adaptation. Use the shields that way because we'll gain plenty, hopefully, from lethal progeny. Range and strength is already on here, although I want more strength. Let's go for transient fortitude. There we go. This with corrosive projection, that'll be sufficient. Duration. Narrow-minded, I could do. And we just have to re-up the range again. That work out? That should work out. Re-up the range with Augur Reach. 109, that's passable. And I guess a Rolling Guard for general defense purposes as well, because I generally feel that Caliban is a bit flimsy. This doesn't have any efficiency, actually, now I think about it. That could be a problem. If I take off that, how much is the drain here? 77. I'd want more. Let's make this a low level. Low level build? No, it's not. I don't like this. What can I drop here? Let's bring narrow-minded down. Let's do a smaller narrow-minded. Because then we don't need to buff up the range again. Then I can get in the efficiency on fleeting. In fact, still got enough duration for this to be worthwhile. And that leaves the space then for a bit more strength. Yeah. Because that'll get that up to the point we want it. There we are. That does what we're looking for there. We don't need Grace. Energize will keep on for the energy. Actually, I've got no flow. Yeah. We'll keep on the energy. No, we won't. No, Nourish will more than be enough on that one, actually. So never mind. Let's not go for that. Let's go for extra strength. We're using it for damage purposes. I'll reconstruct for healing. I'll reconstruct for healing. Just having a way of regenerating health is a nice idea. Not with Arcane Grace, though. And then let's go. What synergizes with Nourish, Flow, rather than Efficiency? Both, really. Depends on how you're getting your energy in, everyone. While shields are active, gaining more duration. That could be an idea. We keep the shields up. That would give us more duration on the abilities we're casting. That'd be an idea. Let's try this one. Should work. You could use Arcane Blessing instead of Arcane Grace, so you haven't watched the video on Arcane Blessing. I recommend it. Because I made it. And it tells you why I'm not using Blessing on Caliban here. Alright, we are on config B. I need to get some more food into this guy. Alloy plate, salvage, Gallus rods, no one cares about them. Lush and Terror globes, there we go. Detonite ampules. Let's see here. Chitinous husk, severed stated tubercles, got loads of those. There we are. And let's infuse flow over the Razor Gyre. Boom. There we are, wonderful. Nourish usually does well with Blind Rage. I could go for that if I'm happy with how the build runs. But for now I'm running on the Transient Fortitude, so that I've got the efficiency to just kind of cast as much as I need, rather than the buffer of energy. So the energy income is more effective overall. Let's see, what energy multiplier are we going to have? 2.85. Cool. Only a 30-second duration, all told. So it's not like massively long. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Alright then. With Caliban equipped and set up ready to go, I am going to switch over to the Amprex, however, because the Amprex is more fun for me to use in these kinds of circumstances. There we are. Goes up with mod efficiency. Yeah, it doesn't go up to 200, 300%. It just goes up a little bit. Mod efficiency isn't, you know, game changing. It doesn't even do much more than continuity. Continuity is 30%. Mod efficiency, if allowed to fully stack, is 36. So it's not crazy amounts of duration. You gotta bear that in mind. It's only a little bit, and then only circumstantially. Alright, do we go into a normal fissure or a steel path fissure? That is the question. Normal or steel path? I mean, we've got a, oh, we've got this one. E prime, that should be a pretty easy one to handle. Yeah, let's do that one. Why not? Have I done any maths on Zor damage with Exodia Contagion? I have not, Evie, no. I have not. Ooh, I've got a bunch of Radiant relics. Let's bring, let's see, is it recommending any Radiance? It's not recommending any Radiance to me right now. Yeah, I'll still bring this one. Zom, cheers. Anything you can do to help make that maths happen? What kind of math are you looking for? You're looking for the maths on Zor damage with Exodia Contagion, but are you looking for the builds? You're looking for what things go into adding to the damage? What? I feel like that's an incomplete question. Are we running Radiance or Former? Run what you want to run, Flying Thoughts. This is a public group, as it were. Parts. Parts? Well, as in what Zor parts you want to build for Exodia Contagion? Blade Handle Link, yeah. So, okay. So what are the Zor stats you'd want to use with Exodia Contagion? Basically what we're concluding there. That's something we could have a look at some point. I'd imagine so, Sunking, yeah. That's something we can have a look at some point.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Alright. Lethal progeny. Nourish. Zappy. Lots of zappy. I feel like I'm not the one killing. No. I'm hurting things and then they die simultaneously, but it's not me doing it. At least I can just keep zapping. Oh, okay, maybe I can't keep zapping. I did not see that bubble forming on me. That was unfortunate. I hear a second Nourish going around, which kind of defeats the purpose of me having a Nourish. Also, I need energy. Oh, then it drops the Orby. When did I get mag procced? When did I get mag procced? I did not see the mag bubble that time. Yeah, I don't see the timer on my ability because someone else's ability is active. Ah, that's weird. Timed ability, but it's not showing the timer on the timed ability. That takes getting used to. Elio has died. Let's die. Let's die. Thank you. I'm gonna say, not feeling it, Zom. I don't know if it's something about the mission, about the group, but like, nothing about the Nourish screams it being better. Yeah. Alright, let's see, what are we grabbing here? Carrier Prime Systems, why not? Modify, saying, just noticed I substituted my potato and formed Gauss instead of the second one I built. Oh, that is rough. Get in contact with support. If you've only just done it, get in contact with DE support right now. The faster you do it, the more likely you are to get it back. I can't guarantee anything, but the sooner you contact support about a mistake, the more likely they are to fix it for you. Get in touch with Warframe support right now, Modify. Right now. Unless you're talking about something that happened like 2 days ago, in which case you're screwed. Most likely. Hello, Stu. How you doing today? Is that Caliban? No, it's Caliban, yeah. Alright, well, that's enough Caliban for 2023. Let's just go with, you know, not that. Make sure this is actually appropriate build. Yep, that is exactly what I'm looking for in a build. Sort by refinement. That's going to be easy. There we go. Got the Caliban quota filled early? Yeah, absolutely. Caliban so easily forgotten. I mean, Caliban wouldn't be so easily forgotten if they were more, shall we say, engaging to play, forgiving to play. His 4 takes quite a bit of time. The damage is okay until you're at the level where you farm Caliban. And then it's not actually that okay. The 1 is an absolute joke. The progenitors, lethal progenies, whatever you call them, yeah, basically the sentient summoning is also a bit pants. And sentient wrath scales off more than it really should, making it pants. And so in total, Caliban is pants. Which is not ideal. Really not ideal for a Warframe to be in such a situation. He's got bits that work, but just not enough. This is how it feels. He's just not enough. Which would be the most forgettable frame.
Just a moment. I will self-repair.
Nova. Nova is the most forgettable frame.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out.
I base that on the results from the survey of the number of people who have farmed Nova versus how easy it is to farm Nova. She's pretty much second only to Wukong and Ureli, but Wukong is not actually forgotten, and certainly neither is Ureli, so Nova. Nova is the most forgettable. Oberon might be a close second, though. But that depends on if you're new or vets. Vets remember Oberon, newer players are like, who's Oberon? Sevagoth? Everyone remembers Gloom.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
If you remember Gloom, you remember Sevagoth. Nova is just criminally underutilized. Certainly for how easy it is to get her. Of course you would, Gruger. Valkyrie is the only frame you remember exists. Alright, these are all pretty terrible options. Let's take the one that's got slightly more ducats behind it. Works for me. Oh, breaking me out with the technical answer. Nix. Yeah, let me bring up the details from the survey. let me just bring that up real quickly here, so we can have a look at to the numbers of people actually not building. Yeah, not building over. Where was it? Where did I put that? Where did I put that? Where has that gone? Doesn't seem right. Where is it? Where's my numbers gone? Done. Alright, I'll have to find that later. I ain't spending too long looking for it. I'll have to dig through my sheets and find where that one is. Salt and Sugar saying, do you think they should rework frames known for being bad first, or forgotten ones, put them in spotlight? Honestly, I don't know really how we can answer that one. The bad ones or forgotten ones? I mean, probably the bad ones. Just because a frame is forgotten doesn't mean it's bad. And if it's good, it doesn't need a rework, it's just forgotten. But bad ones are just bad ones. Like, it doesn't matter how much people remember they exist. If they're bad, they're bad. So the bad frames should probably get the focus. Alrighty, so hopefully we're going to start getting some good bits and pieces from these relics. So far, not so good, but you know, we'll keep cracking. We'll keep cracking, literally. Sevagoth is kind of forgotten, but a good frame. Well, Sevagoth is actually in a good spot, so why would they need a rework? Just because people don't use a frame doesn't mean it needs a rework. And when I say don't use, I mean are not the common frames you see going around. That itself is not a requirement for a rework. If the frame is good and people just want to use other frames, then that's not really the primary focus. You gotta remember, there are 51 different frames in the game at this point. Like, you're going to see some biases no matter how balanced you make the game. Different people have different mains and different playstyles demand different approaches overall. You can't balance that out when you got 51 frames. And frankly, I wouldn't want DE to spend the time trying. When they could spend the time on, you know, more content for those 51 frames to engage with. Sevagoth needs a pity system. I'm not in the mood to get into the whole what kind of system should be in place for this, that, the other frame farm. Quite frankly, I've covered that topic to death. Wow, okay, that's Harrow, and a Saren. We're all about the new optics on this one. I'll take the Saren, however, because that one is a shiny piece. Already have two of them. What's another? Don't send me random looks in game. That's. Did I ask for it? Did you give any context? Did you think about what would happen by just sending me random looks in game? Wait, seriously? Okay. I'm not so sure how I'm supposed to be pleasant about that. You did ask if I wanted to see something. Okay, you. So you're gonna clap back about this. Let's see. So, hey Ken, wanna see something? You post up in the chat. In amongst all the other bits and pieces going on. Your follow-up was, honestly, Hydroid needs a rework before Inaros. Not, hey, I'm going to send you a look link. Yeah, chat history tells me what you said. Fun fact, that's a thing. I don't recall saying, oh yeah, sure, yeah, send me the look link. So now, for clapping back like that on a day where I've already said, not the day to mess me around, you're not going to get looked at. And you're going to take that, because that's how it works. Not had the best of days today, so kind of deal with it. let's get into the next mission. Ice Geo, send you a DM. Is this a good time to ask ridiculous questions? Is it a ridiculous question as in, I feel silly for not knowing this? Or is this a ridiculous question as in, what's better, a carrot or a rabbit? Because if it's the latter, I'm just going to ignore you. Probably. That's more depression. Okay, just... If that's how you're going to be, I actually do not have the time for you. Get timed out. I'm sorry, not dealing with that today. Sorry for what's going on in your life, but if you want to come in and be like, hey, do you want to see something? Don't even wait for a response. Send me multiple little messages with no context in game, and then get mopey about it. Sorry, this isn't your stream. So get over yourself. Quite frankly, you're timed out. When you come back, if you come back, try better. Do not bite the hand that feeds, because I ain't feeding. It's timing out today. Quite frankly.
That's it.
I was not messing around? No.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I never really need to. Never really want to. I'll be friendly to those who try to be friendly. I'll be nice to those who try to be nice, but you're not going to be. Especially when you have absolutely no idea about the context of anything else aside from self-centered, hey, look at me, aren't I pretty? Just one who has demonstrably pointed out all about the practical here. No, I'm not going to be friendly about it. I'm not going to be friendly about it.
Now get to extraction.
Don't have to be. Don't want to be. Not in the mood. Alright. There we are. Another one down. Ooh, couple golds. Which will you pick? Which? Oh, we are being spoiled here. I don't have the Baruch one, but I do have the Harrow one, so I'll take the Baruch one. Even though this one's technically worth more, I don't have that one, so yeah, we'll take that. It's easy. Do not become a practical problem in chat. Yeah, basically. Avatar's saying, sorry to ask, but your best to go to is the crit bonus on hydraulic crosshairs enough to warrant using the 2-round burst lock-on for the tornado loss? Is the crit bonus on hydraulic crosshairs enough to warrant using the 2-round burst lock-on for talent dip loss? Worth is how best to properly approach that one. Worth as in it'll give you more DPS. Well, you're scoping in on something that's only going to give you 2 shots. And typically no, because that is just a reviled lock-on. Base crit chance is 36%, so you can get quite a bit with it. But like, how much is that going to be? Hydraulic crosshairs have we got on the mod, to be quite honest with you. On headshot, plus 135% crit chance when aiming for 9 seconds. Okay. You need to have already procced it, then you gain the crit chance. I'm looking at the default build I've got here. It's already over 100% crit chance, which means that this is going to be adding on effectively just a multiplier to the damage. It was 36. That is probably what, around a 50% damage increase. So look at what you're unslotting to counteract the increase versus the other slot you're taking out. Is it worth it? Depends on, is it going to let you kill more effectively? Is it more fun for you to use? Probably not, but if you enjoy that mode, you're trying to find a way to make it work, then that could work out for you. That's one of those where it's more, you're trying to use a different mode. Are you enjoying the mode? If so, build for it. If not, don't build for it. That would be my overall generalized suggestion there. Yeah, that'll be the overall generalized suggestion. Is there a generalized version of crosshairs? I believe so, yes. Tuxedo Panda say, hey, just wanted to say thank you. Sorry, just wanted to say thank you, not thank you. Thank you, videos are great, good work. Thank you very much, appreciate it, Tuxedo Panda. Welcome in. Glad you enjoy the videos. Van Stevens, do not like aiming Warframe. Fair enough, personal preference. What's the meta thing right now? Everything. Take your pick. There's a lot of things which are particularly powerful, so take your pick. Well then, you can swap Hornet Strike, realistically upfront damage is too valuable, start sharp, fair. Speaker lock-ons. Don't really remember much about the Buzz lock-on, learn it's just not worth your time. Chocolika wants to pick a frame but has gone through numbery stuff. We'll get back to that one. We'll get back to that one. Is Glade Prime good? It's amazing. Level looks freaking cool, thank you. Appreciate it. One of the few times I've actually tried to make something look decent, so glad that worked. Well, we just instantly got all of our reactant. Actually, we're already very far into this mission, somehow. Lupus, just wanted to let you know your videos have helped me teach my teenage son about the usefulness of maths as a subject. Thank you. You're very welcome, my dude. Maths is an incredible subject. Mathematics, statistics, both very important things. Obviously, not everyone knows them and understands them to my level, and plenty of people know it above my level. But yeah, it is definitely a very valuable thing to understand. I'm glad it's having that positive impact for you, my dude. Who'd have thought paying attention in statistics class at school would lead to a YouTuber career? Who'd have thought? Fairly certain my math teachers would be very conflicted. On the one hand, they'd be impressed. On the other hand, they'd be like, but YouTube? Really? But academia? Something to that effect. Is corrosive damage still the best? That sounds like you've come from like 2019 Warframe. Corrosive is not just the best. No one damage type is the best. There are some which are better, some which are worse. Corrosive is in a good spot, Viral's in a great spot, Heat's in a great spot, Slash has always been in a good spot. Gas is in a bad spot. Magnetic is in a poor spot. Puncture is always terrible. So, I mean, there's not one damage type. Have they increased the drop chance of reactants? They've not said anything about it in a patch note. Exterminates always give out loads. Another YouTuber said this is pretty easy if you remember your vector math. Oh yeah, that made my eyes glaze over as well, Division. Because, what? Go Verge. Cheers. Blast is okay? No. Oh, Blast is a joke. Right. I was going to say it's not okay. No, Blast is a joke. Alright, let's see. What was this from Chuck? Because this was an entire essay for Pick a Frame. Go to your profile, get the percentage number of your least used secondary and square it without decimals. Square it as a dot percentage, like 16% is 0.16 or... And then multiply it by the cube of your percentage used of your most used melee. Oh, no, you're saying as a number, not a fraction. Then add up the last two digits until you get a number between 1 and 52. For example, if your number is 5, use your fifth most used frame. Good lord. Yeah, I know that square is to the power of 2, Jock. Did you actually just remind me that square means to the power of 2? Did you really just remind me that square is to the power of 2? Good lord. Teaching grandmothers to suck eggs right there. Oh my word. Square is 4 sides? Nah, square is 6 sides. Left side, right side, top side, bottom side, inside and outside. 6 sides. Hey Mythic, it's going. It's going. All right, let's see. Let's just go through this because hey, why not? Get the percentage number of your least used secondary and square it without decimals. Okie dokie. So stat equipment. Get the percentage number of your least used secondary. So secondary, sort by used. Of the usages, I have 0. Okay, so then multiply it by the cube of your percentage used in something else. Well, 0 squared is 0, and then multiplying something by that is 0. Add up last digits is 0, and so the digits rounding together is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, which gives us our 0th most used frame. Chalk, you didn't think this one through. Use the first one with an actual number, please. Well, that's going to be 1 then. Because the first time we get to a percentage without the decimals higher than 0 is going to be 1. That's the first integer above 0. So it's going to be 1 multiplied by the cube of my most used melee. Oh, let's skip the secondary. Most used melee, 27 cubed. 27 cubed comes out to 19683, and you're saying then add up the last 2 digits until you get a number between 1 and 52. The last 2 digits, well, last 2 digits are 8 and 3. That is 11. That is between 1 and 52, so 11. It's my 11th most used frame. And Chalk, that was a mess. We basically just cubed the number, the integer percentage, Enclave Prime and just called it a day. Well, though, then we took the last 2 digits and added them together. That was all just a mess, but we got there. We got there. 11th most used frame. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Vault. Old Vault. Not even Vault Prime, just Vault. That was because I have too many secondaries. You have too few secondaries. I'm legendary 1. What do you mean I have too many secondaries? What, you think I get here by leveling up 5 of them? Sorry, I don't perfectly fit into your equation. This is what you get for not setting limits in your equations. You'd fit in with a couple of the people that commented on the recent Barrow post, going, well, I don't use secondaries, so this is useless to me. There are no good secondaries. It's like, I think there are. There are. Alright, what is this build? What is this build? Oh my god, this is an old vault. What is this build? Why do I have this? Yeah, I know, Zom. Grognards. Just grognards. Yeah. This is good for nothing. Let's use it. Alright. Let's see what happens. If I die, I die. Chalk requested it. If I die, I die. I think I've ever seen that mod before. It's a thing. It's a thing. Eddie coming out with the EDM request as per usual. Hello, Eddie. There we are. Was rapid resilience. That's Captain Olakaka has put there. Minus 75% on status effect duration. So say if I get hit with a heat proc, which normally lasts for 6 seconds, instead makes it last 1.5 seconds. And seeing as a heat proc will hit you every second, it'll hit me for the first second, but then by the second one, it's gone. So it turns 6 damage procs from a heat proc into 1. Which is pretty damn nice. Defensively speaking, it is pretty damn nice. Oh, that speed debuff at the wrong time. Well, so far so good on the not dying front. Let's keep it cracking. And grab the reactant in the process, you know, very important thing to have. Oh, okay, that's all the reactant needed. Excellent.
Relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
You know what to help me out here? Let's grab that. There we are. So now, not only can I laser beam, I've got extra damage, extra crit damage, and I'm protected from damage. Directionally speaking. All this with the infinite laser beam, because I like Fisher. It works. Kind of silly, but it works. Oh! But there's a heat proc protection. It ticked 1 tick of heat damage. Didn't even break my shields on Steel Path with the noob bolt. Rapid Resilience is actually a survival mod. It's a little bit niche, but it can save you. It can save you. Are we finding for anything specific? Nope, just opening relics today. Easy. Ow. Shield. Chalk saying don't have too many secondaries because of a gaze ribbon, that's it. I mean, fair. But like, if you level up some other secondaries and just don't use them, you'll have 0%ers in there. And 1%ers in there if you use them marginally. This all looks terrible. I don't want this. I'm going to take the silver former. I actually take the bronze one. Spread out the traces. Spread the traces.
Your will was greater.
You just got 3 IF and Void Capture in a row. Nice. Does reload speed affect the recharge speed on kit guns Pax Charge? It affects the recharge delay on Pax Charge. So reload speed on all recharging weapons. It affects the duration between your last shot that you fired and when it starts to recharge then. Yeah, Fang Prime. No one really wants it. Alright, you take care, Flame Thoughts. Hope your head feels better soon. You take care. Actually, we're going to refresh the squad for anyone else who wants to join in at that moment. Let's take that as an opportune moment. And the reason we're refreshing is also because I have had basically mostly tea today with what's been going on. So I'm actually going to have to be back in just a moment, chat, as it was all gone right through me. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right with you in a couple minutes. BRB. And we are back. Thank you very much for holding there. Those of you who did, those of you who left, well, you're not here, so screw you. But we're back. Alright, let's continue cracking. And with that in mind, let's see. I feel like we've got some people here who would like to be part of the squad. There we go. I am still set to solo. Let's fix that. Were we always able to see the video icon top left? Normally I have those hidden away, but it's because I've got the Warframe overlay on at the moment. You can see all my overlays, so you can see that one as well. I forgot to turn it off because I was busy getting back to the house in time to stream. My bad on that. Alright, did all those invites go out? Some of them maybe went out? Right, again? There we are. There we are. Now all the invites are out. Patty, so, Choc. Actually, you're just hitting random letters now? Okay. Let's switch at the guns a little bit. Let's switch. Actually, you know what? Wrong button. For crying out loud. There we are. It's been a minute since I've used that one. It's been a minute. Right, so I had just started a weird call. Remoted into someone's computer while they had 100% packet loss. Amazing. Yeah, that's going to be hard to help out on, isn't it? It's an extension of oofed. WOFPHT is an extension of oofed? Okay. Okay. Snake, don't do it. Snake, roll one. Very simply, just roll one.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
There's a phrase I coined years ago. Never saw it anywhere before. Seen it in a number of places since. Occasionally accredited back to me. Choices are infinite. Consequences are mandatory. Means you can do what you please, but the consequences will be borne. Better or for worse. Choices are infinite. Consequences are mandatory. I usually reference D&D, but it applies everywhere. Oh, infinite ammo on the primary. Sure. Don't mind if I do.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Now, some may think that the Fulminant is not the most powerful weapon in the game. I'll be correct, it's not the most powerful, but it is still a powerful weapon. It still gets work done. It helps when I actually use the arcane attached to it, because now it's going to get even more work done. There we go. That's a little bit more like it, isn't it? But the Fulminant's a very, very nice gun. I'll be honest, it's hard to be disappointed with it. There we are. Easy. Dark Chester say, just going back to Warframe after a while. Could someone explain why I was leveling up weapons already mastered? Obviously it wasn't for mastery points. Probably because you put a former on it. Or you built extra weapons not to level up, but because you were going to use them to construct other weapons. If neither of those are true, then no idea. Let's see here. I'll take the Orthus bit. Why not? Get close to making a set there.
was greater. This is good.
Rubbish, I'm out. I have to be early tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Thank you for joining in on the stream today, Real Fish. You take care. Have a good one tomorrow. Dirty. Recently built the Foreman, even just while leveling it without Potato Foreman, it felt really good to use. It is good to use. Yep. Rhino with Ironclad Charge and Iron Shrapnel. Really? Alright. What's the app showing how many parts you have? That is a Lecker Frame. That is a Lecker Frame. Alright, Rhino. Do I have the bits and pieces? Piercing Raw, Reinforcing Stomp you wanted, Ironclad Charge and Iron Shrapnel. Well, that's a no. I'll just refund you the points on that. I don't have those apparently, so points back. What arcanes would you personally use for a Capacitance Vault? Depends on what mission you're in, what you're trying to achieve, what the rest of your build is. I can't really give you an answer on that one. That's like say, what's the best dash mod to put onto a Hildren build? Like, oh, it wouldn't be flow, but what's the rest of the build? Yeah, kind of hard to say without that important context. Where Merciless? There we are. No, fair enough, Mythic. Fair enough on that. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. Snake with a hydrate? Sure. Cheers. Alright, let's see. We're grabbing Radiant, 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 and Radiant. Oh, I love it. Full Radiant squad. Always good to see. Maximum chances of good results. Not that we'll always get them, but, you know, maximum chances. Fair enough, Malicitos. Maybe suggest it on the forums. Popping it a couple times into the Twitch chat's not going to change it, but if you really want to see it, pop it on the Warframe forums. See if they make it happen for you. It's the only downside to the Foreman is getting the initial kills. Once it's got the initial kills, the galvanized mods start working, the arcanes start working, all that lot. Then it becomes really, really spicy. Until it has those initial stacks, it's a problem. And that is a double problem with Merciless, specifically. Because if you take a few seconds to get your first kill, by the time you got your second kill, you might have lost that stack. Kind of undoes the whole process.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I don't normally use Deadhead either, so you can see why I use Glaive and Dexterity. Kind of give the Foreman the ability to scale. Also doesn't help when everything's dead and everything runs out stack-wise. But that's just normal. What type of weapons Deadhead good for? Ones where you headshot enemies. It's not good for weapons where you don't headshot enemies. It's also not good for weapons which don't kill by damage, but kill by status effect, if I recall correctly. Because status effects headshots don't count towards Deadhead. That's just how it works. I'm running Merciless? Yeah, Jock, I just switched over to Demonstrator, didn't I? I know that one's worth slightly more, but this one I don't have.
resist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
Is direct damage associated? There we are then. Cool. Alright, well, we're getting some bits and pieces from these relics. Nothing too amazing, aside from that double gold we got is taunting us. Couldn't pick both of them, only one. How exactly does the heat status effect work? Check out my damage type guide. Does the damage of the individual proc matter? Yes, check out my damage type guide. I have a damage type guide, it covers all of them, so yeah. Gonna be slightly out of date with cold after the next update, but for now it's still in place. For now. Korokop, that's how the elements combine. This might be why this is suffering a bit. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Missing a mod slot at the moment. That popped off when we were cracking ribbons the other day, didn't it? That would help to have that on there, wouldn't it? Let's just try that merciless again as is. Change cold. Ah, it's not elements. I thought it was elements. Alright, well, just go to YouTube and use the search function. It's not like it was designed by a moron. You know. Search YouTube. Engineer. Elements or damage types. How does one enter sub-only mode? Why would we enter sub-only mode? Why? And yeah, the change to cold is that they make it where the maximum effect of cold is increasing from 70% slow to 85% slow. The maximum number of stacks needed to get there is going down to 8 instead of 10. And I think the initial proc effect is also increasing in base slowage too. Something like that. Do I have a video for a good carrier build? I have a Sentinel guide. It includes a build for carrier if I recall correctly.
Combat must be practiced.
I think it did. I might be wrong in that one though. I'll be honest, you could just use the build that I'm always using for carry. You can see it by using the Warframe Arsenal overlay, which is on your screen right now by just tapping onto the faded yellow icon opening up the Arsenal overlay. If that doesn't work for you, use a different means of connecting to Twitch. That'd be the best way to have a look at that. Yeah, the standard go-to build I have on my carrier, as demonstrated in the fact that it's present in basically all of my videos, just works. People are like, oh, but you can use your Panzer full profilers to get like viral procs here. I'm like, I just killed everything. Some of it actually was killed by my carrier. I don't need a Panzer full profiler running around finding just viral procs. But it doesn't die! Has anyone noticed my carrier die in a mission this stream so far? I haven't. There are missions in which it does die, and in those missions I would take something else, but usually that's not the case. Funny that. You thought it was also in chat? No, sub-only mode is on Twitch, where you make it where subscribers are the only people who can send messages. Usually that is only needed either in moments of extreme moderation or otherwise in channels so absolutely mahoosive that you feel like paywalling the ability to speak. Yeah, that we're talking like 5,000 or higher concurrent viewers tier. And even then, some streamers at that tier don't. Alright, what shinies we got here? So again, I don't really want an RS piece, but I can get Harrow and complete a set. There we are, that's something I can sell nicely. If the chat becomes very chaotic and annoying, that's called in moments of extreme moderation, yeah.
A valuable lesson.
Yeah, 10-hour endless missions can just kind of do one. I don't care about them. If someone wants to do a 10-hour endless mission, speak to someone else for a guide. I don't have to cover everything, and I think those missions are frankly just pointless, so I don't care about them. Yeah, once 200 people streams, Carmen chat is priceless. Fair, fair. I mean, I intend to make this stream as busy as possible. You know, if we end up with 1 to 10,000 viewers, that'd be amazing. Yes, chat would become more chaotic, but we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. The first trick to having a manageable chat is having clear and strict ground rules, like don't be a dick. And enforcing those rules, such as timing out people who decide to continuously be a dick. It works quite well, I've noticed. Here we are. What, 148 people concurrently viewing right now. And yeah, I can catch pretty much every single message. One rule's quite to the point. It's quite to the point. It's quite broad and yet perfectly understandable. Or at least, for those who can't understand it, they're probably the people we don't want coming around and chatting anyway. Basically.
These foes deserve your respect. Honor
Those few people who don't understand it, I'm putting into the 19%, quite frankly. Flying Thoughts having the exact same idea. 90% has become the new meme. Ever since that survey, it's this community's biggest and most reliable meme. Those who don't know, it's fine. Those who do know aren't in the 19% anyway, so it's safe. Perhaps the best in-joke we're gonna have. At least for now. %90% is good shorthand. It is. It is. It's not overtly rude, but it gets the point across. What more could you ask for? Maybe not a bright white arcoplasmor. That would be great. That is beginning to kill my eyes, you know. Are you in the 19%? You've already answered that by reading this. Good way of putting it. Alright, we're running this mission. I'm just going to skip all the rest of those enemies. Oh, I love it when I get double range on that boss. You could just go so far with this too. Let's have a look. It really wants us to have that Anaris blueprint, doesn't it? Yeah, why not? Why not? So Snake Raider, do you remember the poll I put out? Not poll. Survey I put out asking for various details such as how many hours you got in Warframe, what's your mastery rank, how much of these resources you got, which Warframe to be unlocked. That survey. 19% of those surveys had to be discarded because people didn't follow the very basic instruction of do not guess, just put the exact answer shown to you in game. 19% of those surveys were complete bogus and had to be chucked out. 90% of people couldn't read. Which landing craft is my favourite? Whatever metrics decide, be it aesthetics, air support, or anything else you can think of. I used the spiky one. It got gifted to me by a close friend. And air support, I use Oricune Eye, which is from Parallax, because I like loot. Which is the best, however. They don't really matter that much to define the best. Oh, I just noticed EDM has requested he spin, he stomp, he summon, he beam. I want him to wipe the map clean, plus ambassador if possible. He spin, he stomp, he summon, he beam. Oh, you want Caliban again? I don't want Caliban again, so I'm just going to refund you the points. Yeah. We get bright AoE colors, been coming through every weapon with an AoE, changing the energy color to something darker. Fair, fair. Also, we still get whiteouts on mission loads. Games that use whiteouts like that, I do wonder if they're just trying to alienate everyone who uses dark mode anywhere. Whiteouts really aren't necessary in games. If they're using it to hide loading, use a dark out. Don't white out. Use a blur, dark out, anything like that is fine. Whiteout isn't necessary. Ishio, what news about the OGL is that one? Is that something new after the Creative Commons stuff? I'm not going to get any stacks in the Fullman today. This mission is not Fullman friendly. Still not Fullman friendly. I have 6 kills. I think all of them were done by my carrier. Once I can get some kills, I get multi-shot, I get damage bonuses, everything starts to stack up. But before I can get those initial kills, the Fullman really, really struggles on Steel Path. And so if I get things weak and then they're constantly taken by an AoE weapon, I just get nothing.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find
Post survey, keeping the OGL 1.0. Yep. Europe speed on it, then I caught that a couple days ago, yeah. Whatever exactly that it came out. It's good. Necessary. Oh, Scorched Prime Blueprint. That's probably going to be the best. Yeah, it's the best on there. Apparently only 7 plat though. Yikes. Average price of that is pretty low. But hey, completes a set. So there we are. Oh, you've been away for the week. Fair do, actually. Fair do. Did the video become a survey or something? The survey was only open for a day because I got over 1,200 responses in 24 hours, so I didn't need to keep it open any longer. I've used the data to inform various things. Why is there a truck backing up at this hour? Fuck off. Yeah, I've used the data to inform various things, such for example the recent which frame takes the longest to farm, but that's about the long and short of it. I don't know why I came to the Arsenal. I don't need to be in the Arsenal. Jabashroy saying, first time catching stream videos really helped me through this overwhelming part of the game, which is my first 20 hours or so of Warframe. Thanks so much. You're very welcome, my dude. Glad you enjoy the videos. Hope you enjoy your stay here in Twitch just as much. We're currently cracking open some relics, hoping to get some good shiny shinies along the way. I would have had something a little bit more nuanced for today, but, well, very busy today. Very busy on everything not work. Just a tech question, do you have the same problem with Nora's Mix? The Ancient Obelisk one is broken, yeah. Ancient Obelisk is broken. It's been reported on Reddit. It's probably been reported on the forums. I don't know if you put out a message about it, but it's broken, yeah. Yeah, Penguin, there's links by Chocodika. That is a Lekka frame you're looking at. Oh, Excalibur, how you doing?
For a song.
Okay, 2 kills attributed to me there. Now I'm on 4. And you can see as soon as those stacks start happening, the kills start happening. Just needs those initial stacks, and then even Xmas units are not a problem. But until I have them, they are a problem. The Fullman is pretty much on the barrier where if it was a slightly weaker weapon, then it would struggle to gain the stacks and keep the stacks. And if it was a suitably stronger weapon, then it doesn't need the stacks in the first place. The Foreman is in that mid-range, where you can really, really feel the benefit of having those stacks, and really feel the penalty of having none of them. There's a whip serration added on as well, to help it get that initial stack. Obviously, if you were to armor strip the Grineer, that'd be far less of an issue overall. Armor is a lot.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Oh yeah, another mission down. Another reward to collect. And we get absolute trash all. Yeah, this is a terrible selection. Crikey, I'll stick with the Scourge Prime Blade, but they're all terrible. One was multiplicative damage to the aptitude. It does, but only on the shotgun mode, not on rifle.
Will was greater. This is good.
Jabashroy say, any tips on how I could sell a Riven? It's got a Praetos Riven with crit chance, crit damage, plus range, minus heavy attack efficiency. Don't really know how to sell such a mod and how much it would cost. Alright, first let me switch over the music at Gorilla's request here to the lo-fi section for a bit. There we go. Second. Alright, so Chuck has linked how Rosary Riven mod, and we'll find out what makes a good Riven. But that doesn't actually answer the question of how to sell the Riven. For that, you're actually best going onto my Discord. Not to sell it, but because over on the Discord in Warframe main, I have a pinned post which goes into detail about how you price up a Riven. Head over to my Discord, go to the Warframe main channel, check the pinned post. There you'll find the one. Let me show you what it looks like. Lovely long thing going over literally Riven pricing and how you go about it. And you can do the same through both Riven Market or Warframe.market. So yeah, head on over to there. That's where you'll get your answer on that one in terms of how to sell it and how much to price it for. Because Rivens are unique items, they're not commodities, the real price for it is simply what someone will pay for it. The higher you price it, the longer you'll be looking for someone willing to pay that amount. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. Psychotic rank, can you say that again? What does Foreman get multiplicative damage from? Alright, we're talking about the effects of this particular mod here, which is Galvanized Aptitude. On kill, you gain direct damage bonus per status type affecting your target that you are now attacking. Stacks up to 2 times. It says plus 40%, so you'd imagine plus 80% damage per status type on the target, which would look like it would be additive to Serration and Primary Merciless, these two here, which do add together. However, this is only additive on hit scan shots, so the shot where it instantly goes from your gun to the enemy. The hit basically scans for them and instant touch. For projectiles, which have a travel time from gun to enemy, like the Foreman shotgun mode, this is multiplicative, not additive, making it a lot stronger there. So yeah, bear that in mind. Which arbitration mission type is the fastest to run for Vice's Essence? Either defense or interception on a small map is going to be the best way for that. You can get quite a lot more there compared to other modes. Defense or interception, very, very good ones. Is there a way to sync the movement of Iron Sculpture in your orbiter? None that I know of. There may be one, but I don't know of it. Alright, let's get cracking. And I'm going to myself a brand new mug of tea. Out of curiosity, how did I deduce 19% of the survey being guesses, with the numbers surrounding which made them suspicious? I had a variety of different filter algorithms in place, checking things such as rounding on the numbers that didn't line up to other numbers. For example, if the amount of resources someone had for their hours played or the hours played compared to the mastery rank kind of thing there was just ridiculously out of kilter. If the resources didn't line up with their progression in the game or different things they'd completed, all kinds of bits and pieces like that. Basically, a variety of checking algorithms, and it scored every single response based on how likely it was to be fake as a result of their answers given. The scores ranged from 0, which is the vast majority of cases, to, well, as high as it needed to go, basically. 3 and above was definitely fake. 2 was probably a fake. 1 was probably not fake, and 0 was definitely not fake. And when we went through a load of people asking, is my one marked? Is my one marked? Is my one marked? Every single person who said, I don't know about my one, turns out it's a 0 because everyone's just self-conscious. So yeah, a variety of filters, a little bit of manual overview as well. I just confirmed. These people are bullshitting. Yeah, except you and me, actually. We're the reason that one score existed. Because sometimes a single thing will get flagged, but it's more than one thing which calls out a fake. That's why the survey had some slightly obscure things to put in. Because people who wanted to just give up and be done with it, they'd be caught out. Basically, I wouldn't be surprised if I throw out as anomalous. I mean, you and everyone else who's said that is probably wrong, but sure. In fact, I'm fairly certain I could identify your particular answer, Ray, because you play so differently to everyone else. But also, there's like 1,000 acceptable survey responses, so if you had any effect, you had 0.1% of effect. Well, I just kept going. Zaki Prime Brow, why not? Why not? There we go. Yo, Velociraptor, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime, my dude. Welcome to the channel proper. Cheers on that. Enjoy your lovely blue badge emotes to go with it, your access to the supporter T-Lounge over on the Discord, and your ad-free viewing here on Twitch. My dude, cheers. So I'm still, I have to wonder if there's any way to change what weekly I'm recovering. You can't, no. No. Undercover Miggy, you don't rank my grinds on plat per hour, rank it on girlfriends and exams lost per day. Okay, well, fair enough then. You do you. I can guarantee I'm losing 0 girlfriends by playing Warframe. There's at least that. Korokop, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Penguin. Really do appreciate that. Penguin, hope you enjoy the sub. Cheers, Korokop. Penguin saying, want to throw my 2 cents worth of data into the survey, but it took me too long to get to Warframe, so I wasn't rounding. I mean, fair enough. I had enough data by that point that missing out any number of people isn't a be all and end all. There wasn't any reward for entering in, it was just a case of, hey, the first bunch of people that can help me out, please. That was it. There was no payment, no reward, just data gathering. Inner My Shoes, requesting a general use Hydroid, lacking fancy helmet stuff and just using his default kit. Yep, no, not on Steel Path, not happening. Hydroid sucks. Hydroid does not have a suitable place on Steel Path as a frame, quite frankly. So I have sent you your points back. You can request a different frame at a different point in time, but I'm not playing Hydroid today. And there is no making him suitable for this. He's bad. Like, genuinely bad. Take care, Chocodiga. Have a good one. You live in hope? You live in denial if you believe that a content creator can make Hydroid good using just his base kit in a Steel Path Exterminate Fisher. That's not hope, that's denial. He needs to change for things to change. Yeah. Make frames run out? It's been recently redeemed, so it might be on cooldown, but anyway. Reward is feeling good about being helpful. I mean, there's that ladybug, yeah.
Their rage
Selfless,
is vehement, focus.
self-governed rewards, sure.
Give them all warriors down.
Oh, getting those initial stacks always hurts. Once we got them. Once we got them, it's all Gucci. There we go. There we go. Now it feels like the gun we want it to be. Oh, the zombies using their fancy sticks 50 build. Well, as you do. As you do. Hydra looks fun, then jumps off a cliff once you get past level 35-ish enemies? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He can work on the star charts, but even then he's outclassed in pretty much everything he does. So, you can use him if you want to, but he just fails to scale. That's all. Ever. That's unfortunately the long and short of it. It's a wonder why he's been left as long as he has, but hey, at least they added plus 100% strength to his corroding barrage augment, so you can deal slightly more damage with the ability that no one uses for damage. That's cool. You know? Who doesn't love an absolutely pointless buff to an augment that has had its heyday removed? Getting stuck on something there, that's kind of weird. Yeah. Oh, and Zom is down. Good.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Alright, take out these last ones. Actually, we don't need to take out anymore. I can just go. I can just go. We are done. At least on this mission. Where are we anyway? Yeah. Did Corroding Barrage even have a heyday? Well, it was putting out Corrosive by the time that Corrosive was actually stripping. Hey, look at that. That's the last piece I need for the Sonus Prime. There we are. I've already made it myself, but now I've got a set to sell. That's perfect. Whoever brought that relic, thank you very much on that one.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Well, thank you, Karakam. Appreciate you bringing that relic. That was a perfect result right there. It's always nice to finish up a set to sell. The sets are so much easier to sell than individual parts. I don't have to be online anywhere near as much to sell sets, and they sell pretty handily. Often for a bit more than the individual parts. Everyone wins in that case. Alright, I'm running out of Radiance on the lift, and this particular fissure is running out of time as well. It's been going for quite a while as this fissure. Which is very nice for us. Just going to bounce around the orbit whilst people pick relics. Assuming they're picking relics. Yo, what's going on? Yeah, any second now. Oh, I need to
use these to cleanse the
grab a pack just so I don't overdo it on the standing there. There we go. As I've been dumping most of my standing at the moment. I could buy the mods and sell those, but I just can't be bothered with selling the mods right now. I just can't be bothered with them.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Oh, I love it when they go invulnerable for a few seconds. We have to wait before we can shoot them again. Ugh, there we go. Let's grab that reactant. And we got the bonus to Lavos again. That's nice.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Missed enemy back there. Let me try and figure out the route. I think the game wants to go this way, yeah. Really is OP if you use her right. Hydra is only with stock combat frame. Urania I wouldn't call OP, but she has got power behind her. She's still not the kind of frame I'd want to use, but she has got power behind her. Mostly from her passive. But yes, Hydroid just lacks anything. Just anything stand out at all. That's his downfall. Let's pick. Oh, I have a lot of all of this stuff already. I'll take the Nag and Dagger Brine stock. Why not? Why not? As I say, well, at least it's not Red Veil Steel Meridian. Those mods ain't selling in my experience. It depends on which ones you're looking at, really. Depends on which ones you're looking at. Eric Engineer, which one is better stance to your opinion? Stalking Fan or Reaping Spire? I think I covered that in my stance video. So Rip the Ripperino, check out my stance guide over on YouTube. Check out my stance guide. What can be done for Hydroid to be saved? Rework, that's what. Kikoki. Still got a couple minutes on this one, so that's good. We can continue getting the exterminates. Holding the groundwork. So, a rework can be anything from changing the stats, to changing the design of the abilities, to changing the entire concept that the frame is built off, and the synergies and whatnot. But suffice to say that every single one of his abilities should be looked at and addressed in combination as a unit. Hydroid is not just a couple stat changes here or there away from being a suitable frame. He doesn't just need a 0 added to a damage and call it a day. That's why I say rework. It's not going, well, this ability, it needs to be a higher % armor strip, or say, well, this ability, the duration on it isn't long enough to be worthwhile. He's more complicated than that in terms of why he's just inappropriate for modern play.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive.
Oh, did not mean to hit that tree stump.
Warriors
Oh well. Sorry for asking something similar, but recovered night waves are in sequence the ones you missed, or random pick. I've never tested to find out for certain. I would imagine that it is a random pick from the most recent week you missed. And then once it's gone through that week, it moves on to the next one. That's what I imagine it would do, but I have no verification of that. That's just a guesstimate. I don't know if there has been any actual investigation into which ones are picked. Frankly, I'm not sure what you do with that information. Other than continue to do the missions as they give you. Like Monkey and Nezha rework? The reworks for both Wukong and Nezha were actually either before I started playing or just about the time I started playing. I started playing with, or shortly after the release of Wisp. So if the reworks happened before that, I just don't remember them, because they were before me. Fun fact. Hydro isn't completely without use. I'm not going to continue that discussion. To say something is completely without use is obviously incorrect, because there is always going to be some use somewhere, some way, somehow. A frame is in a bad spot if its use cases are so niche, so limited, and so generally failing in efficiency as to otherwise be worthless to the majority of the player base. and even to most niche users. Hydroid fits into that. Yes, if you try, you can find a use for everything. Doesn't make it good. It just means you had to try and find a use for everything. Can Hydroid Puddle move defection troops and heal them without augment? I don't believe you can suck up enemies with your puddle, no. Allies with your puddle. Exactly, Ladybug, yeah. Some people can run missions with fishing spears. Some people have killed Eidolons using a mining laser. Some people have taken Mark 1 weapons to level cap. Possible doesn't mean good or viable. If anything, arguing a case of possible in the face of arguments about viable is counterintuitive and frankly distractionary. What's the mod that told you the crafting status of the primes? It's not a mod, it's an overlay. It is called a Frame! Exclamation mark a Frame for a link to more info on that. Alright, that exterminates. Oh, it's still going. I thought it was gone, but no, it just jumped down the list. There we go. We can just about catch that one. Yes, Abimon, it's going to be your oldest frame each time. Oldest frame that you still have. I'm not sure why they decided to code it that way, but they just did. Do you get any bonus rewards doing non-endless steel path fissures instead of normal fissures? So steel path fissures instead of normal ones. Yes, you get an extra steel essence for opening the relic.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all war.
Straight up that. One steel essence for opening the relic. If we did the mission slow enough, there'll be chances for the Acolyte to spawn, but we're not being slow. Come on, let's get those stacks. Get the damage built up. There we go.
That's it. You opened the relic.
Stop going invulnerable while I shoot you.
Take a look inside.
Enemies here. There they are. I can see there was a cluster of them, just wasn't quite telling where they were. What are my thoughts on Vorman? Vorman's a powerful frame. Vorman is a powerful frame. Whether or not something is used actively by the player base is, again, as we've covered multiple times on this stream, irrelevant to the power of that Warframe. It can reflect the ease of using that frame, it can reflect the breadth of their application, it can reflect the ease of acquisition of the Warframe, it can reflect how cool people find the Warframe to be, it can reflect any certain biases to ownership of said Warframe on top of its power level. How often someone uses a frame, or how often you see a frame in your particular missions, does not directly correlate to how good a frame is. It is an indicator at best. Pure and simple. This is partly why you'll see that DE has usage statistics for various weapons, but then doesn't just tie the what do you call it, ribbon disposition to those usage statistics directly. That looked like a broken texture for a second. Because there's more to it than just how many players are using this. Been a while since seeing a Vorman in use. People say that about Lavos. Here I am maining him. So, you know, draw your own conclusions if you want. Or recognise that your personal anecdotal information about how often you see a frame in use still isn't representative of the power of that frame. If I say that one more time, I might actually have an aneurysm. What character do I think needs to rework the most? Probably Konzu, because his face is disturbing. Or if you mean Warframe, Hydroid.
Was greater. This is good.
Important question, how did the name your lava snakes? I didn't. I actually don't care to name them. They're not that important to me. Alright, now that exterminate has most definitely gone, so why not do... Yeah, it's mixed up. Let's go for something completely different. Let's go for the Axie survival for a bit. Why not? I don't have any radiance. It's saying that N10 is the best. What is N10, or you know what you're looking at? Axie N10 the best? Well, let's upgrade that one. Oh, bugger. I don't know when I maxed out my void traces. I wasn't paying attention to that. Whoops. I've been wasting some of that then. Let's upgrade a few of these whilst I'm here then. Also saying the L4s are a good one to do. Well, of course they are. It's Vault Loki. I like it. Yeah, we might as well just open that one. There we go. Makes you enjoy Lavos most. Thermal Sunder, and he does not have Thermal Sunder. Is really good AoE. Again, he's not got Thermal Sunder, so you're thinking of Gauss. But I do have a Lavos guide if you want to check that out and learn more about why I like Lavos. Did you pause it, Ronald? Have I checked out Lavos Tenogen skin? Is it the helmet or is it in game? Is the one with the funky ass helmet? I can't remember where I'm looking for that. So, assume I have and then just got bored of looking at it because, again, as you already know, I don't actually care that much for cosmetics. Fair due's on, fair due.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true
Alright,
mastery of
let's
the
crack a few
Temple
relics.
will you
Slower,
succeed.
but no loading, and we'll get our player spawns as well, so that kind of works out.
Shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
Stop being invulnerable. I want to kill you. There we go. That was the crunchy sound of murder right there. I'm just going to stand here for a sec. Are we going through? Are we all going through? Okay, we're all going through. I wondered if we're going to spontaneously hold a choke point, but no, not this time. So, whilst we're doing this then, might as well call in the Hurricane Eye, see if there's any fancy stuff around. Well, it didn't detect anything, but I can go pick up this. Fair enough, Maximus. There we are. At least someone remembers my opinion on the skin. There we go. But again, I'm not a fashionista. I pretty much don't care for cosmetics overall. I play the game for the gameplay, not to play dress up more than anything. I know that is what some people play the game for, but it's not really my vibe. Never has been. In this game, not in others. I will make something passable, just as far as I care to, and that's really not much investment. It's really not much investment.
You opened the relic.
But then you get people like Snake Raider who joke fashion is endgame, and some of them aren't joking. That's like, okay, cool. Play your game how you want to play your game. That's cool. And I will play my game how I want to play my game. And if you want to do fashion, I won't stop you. And if you want to tell me that my fashion is terrible, I will stop you. Because at that point, You're trying to tell me I'm playing the game wrong, and I don't care. Actually, I do care. I care I'd be wasting my time by trying to get my attention for that. Well, that was nice, thank you. It's one of the very few frames I actually put some effort into. There are lots of amber stars in this mission today. Alright. Yeah, it's 2. There's a 3rd one over here. Okay, okay. I can't jump out of here correctly, apparently. What's my personal strategy for dealing with the augmented shield sorting missions? Toxin. Like, there is a damage type that literally bypasses shields. That's my strategy. Toxin. If you need it more nuanced than that, lots of toxin. That's it. That's the entire strategy. Hammer stars might be because of you. I mean, the game decides when they drop, but okay. I have a friend who just started. What's the better weapons potato between Sonic War and Atomos as a primer for him? I don't really remember how the Sonic War felt. The Atomos seemed alright, but if you're so new that you're priming with an Atomos, don't just continue playing the game for like 3 days. You'll have access to much better gear. Priming at the tier that you've only got an Atomos or Sonic War to choose from? Yikes, that feels too early to be worried about priming. Like, the enemies will die to a stiff freeze at that level. In fact, I'm fairly certain some Warframes have a stiff freeze setting. Karkop is dying. What's new? It's been a while, Karkop. It's been a while, but I think that was mostly because you weren't in the squad, isn't it? Let's be real now. Welcome back.
Hey chat,
Yo.
My name is Esprit, but you know me as Esprit. It's been a wild ride. I caused chaos, got into bit wars, but I'm gonna have to take a break. I hope to see this channel bigger and better when I'm back. So watch often, sub more, and fight well, Tino.
Esprit, thank you very much for, if I'm reading that correctly, what might be the last sub for a while from yourself. But it has been 17 wonderful months to support you, absolute legend. You well deserve that full pot you got right there. Thank you for continuing to support the channel. And fight well. Fight well. Where is Misery, by the way? Spawned somewhere, but I have no idea where.
When you are ready, now to extraction.
All the best, my dude. It would be nice if the marker for the Acolyte actually showed up across the map, wouldn't it? Hey-ho. Hey-ho. Slime Storm saying, oh, also, my newbie friend met a prosecutor twice for the first time today. Wasn't fun. Yeah, they punch a bit. They punch a bit. But you handle it. Seriously, where is that Acolyte? I can't help out if the game doesn't tell me where this mini boss that has spawned is. That is definitely a design fail right there. Ah, people are marking over this way, so I'm going to assume over this way. Ah, now we have an enemy marker. Someone's marked the enemy. That's cool. It's going to be dead now. But the Steel Essence is instantly marked. Yeah, that's a design fail. There is a boss. You do not know where. No, I understand, Esprit. I absolutely understand. I mean, you'll still be able to enjoy the content. You'll just be missing out on the premium stuff. But that's absolutely fine. You're still a legend. First ever person to subscribe max to you on Patreon. No one can ever take that from you, Esprit. No one can ever take that from you. You were the first. Oh, hey, I forgot about this guy.
My brothers, did I not tell of this day? Did I not?
Where is Vor spawning in then? Where is he deciding to make his stupid little appearance? Oh, that's Immortal.
Been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
We cannot blame these creatures.
No idea where he's spawning in.
Led by a false prophet, an imposter who knows not the secrets.
No idea whatsoever. Oh well. Oh hey, is that him? There he is. Hello, mate. Long time no. Well, I did see him. Long time no. Long time no see. Ah. Ah. And that's the end of that guy. That's the end of that one.
It brought me here, and here I was reborn.
Not really that scary.
Behold,
And this is Steel Path. He's still dead.
I speak,
Rip.
I am energy, and I cannot
Or drop to life support.
destroy.
One bonus, I suppose. Yeah, it kind of goes on for a bit, doesn't it? His own monologue of trite. But it's fine. We respect that he's got a lot to say, and, you know, he is immortal, so what are we going to do? I mean, we try shooting him, that doesn't work, so we just can't accept it at that point. There's nothing else you can do. If you shoot someone, they still talk. Fucking your wall. Life lesson. Have I ever heard of the guy that made Vor's speech with kick gun names? I have, yes. They've done either them or Copycat has done a variety of similar stuff as well. I mean, fair play if that's what they want to do. Seems a bit weird to me, but sure. Sure. It's return and say hi. I recently found your channel, loving the content. Didn't know I needed well-produced, informative Warframe content until I had it. Well, glad you found it and glad you enjoyed it all the same. Welcome into the Twitch channel as well. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Yeah, I did see it. If it was the same person, or as I say, a copycat, did some Zors, kick guns, mowers. Yeah, basically. Okay. It's a form of art, I suppose. Form of expression. A sign of endearment to the game, or something along that line, I don't know. Whatever phrasing and reckoning you want to go with. Do you know the best place to get like 5 Orokin cells? If you have access to Saturn, you could just do the defense mission there called Helene. That can usually work in your favor. If you haven't farmed Ember yet, you could instead step it up to the assassination mission on there as well. For both Orokin cells and also getting access to Ember. If you're not that far into the game, you can go to Sarah's or to Deimos. Both of those, I believe, have the means of dropping Orokin cells. I'm not sure on Deimos, but definitely Sarah's. Look for the missions where they drop and kill as many enemies as possible, really. Exterminates are a good pick as well if you don't have access to or don't want to do the small defense tiles. Take your pick. Ooh, a Furious worth 13 plat. Okay, yeah, sure, let's take that piece. 13 platinum? Really? That doesn't sound right. I'll take it, but it doesn't sound right. Thanks for mystifying these mystic happenings. You're very welcome, my dude. Very welcome. Oh, we're gonna make this the last relic we're opening as well, so just notice the time. Made this the final relic we're opening now. This going on until 15 minutes. Which also means then, chat, if you haven't yet grabbed yourself... Oh, that's friendly. If you haven't yet grabbed yourself a ticket to enter the Platinum giveaway, make sure you do so now. Exclamation mark ticket to be in with a chance to win it. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, everyone's got the same chance of winning. Foreign invasions. Yeah, foreign invasions on Orokin Cell planets can also be a good source of Orokin Cells. Although, if you're at the point where you need to farm like 5 of them, they might be a bit slower. They might be a bit slower to run to get the values from. The good thing with Helene Defense is that if you just do it as a matter of course to level up your weapons as a lower level player, you'll get the resources along the way. And so you'll suddenly just never have to worry about Orokin Cells again. Ask IceGeo, that's exactly what he did. It's exactly what he did. And, well, he's not exactly slow on getting mastery. He blames having a good teacher. I'm not so certain. Don't know how often you ask this, but do you plan to or have you done content on Eidolons? I'm not going to do content on Eidolons. This community has made it very clear to me that a guide which is not fully comprehensive will be reviled in one way or the other. The Eidolon community, frankly, is a far more toxic part of Warframe than I want to engage with, and there's no way I can make a guide that will be sufficiently accessible whilst also being sufficiently covering of a boss fight that even, I'll be honest, I don't already do. I don't enjoy the Eidolons. I don't enjoy the Eidolon meta. I don't enjoy significant sections of the Eidolon community and the gatekeeping toxicity around it. I don't want to touch it. So I won't. There are other creators who have already covered the Eidolons. If you want to learn about how to do those, you can check out their guides. If they're of a lower quality than mine, in your opinion, then sorry. But it simply would be a lot of investment for something I do not enjoy, do not appreciate, frankly don't really want to discuss in a video. And Korokop is down again. I'm on my way. Oh, oh! Korokop and Pet are down. Up you get. I'll just stand here whilst it happens. Actually, this is a really nasty field of enemies. You didn't know I found yourself a bunch of them, didn't you? I took quite a bit of damage there for a moment. When is Korokop not down? Frequently. Korokop is a good player. They're just a little bit on the fragile side. Glass cannon. The best way to get good at Eidolons is quite simply team up with others. Don't solo it. Get some friends. Get your clanmates together. Get people who are not toxic. And just do it together. You know? Just go at it together. Get the basics down and do the basics. You don't need to do any more than that. 6x3s, 7x3s, 8x3s if they exist somehow. Don't need to worry about any of that. Don't need to worry about nomenclature. Don't need to worry about the optimized Vonvilla spawns. Just go ahead and do it your own pace. Because if you try to optimize it, you'll always be slower than some min-max from the community using some spawning trick technique that's just going to end up hurting you. Mentally, if not physically. That's what I think of the Eidolons. Save yourself the trouble. Are there fellow streamers in your community that you're in cooperation with? I do not directly recommend any particular ones overall. I'm not in a team with any other creator. I am an independent creator overall. Can you not revive in void mode? Yes, you can, Tom. You can definitely revive in void mode. Don't know what you did wrong there, but you can. What do I think of the Kuva Trocarian from an enemy design perspective? It's a unit. It is one of the units in Warframe. It certainly has abilities. I'm not really sure best way to address that question otherwise. Exactly, Mythic Spirit. It is truly one of the units of all time. Absolutely. Cat Filter, the stream is coming to an end after we get out of this relic fisher, so I'm going to send you back the points on that request for Max Range Limbo. It's also a poor pick for this kind of mission. Let's see, what do we want to pick here? Apparently a Furious Prime Barrel again. Sure, why not? Let's take it. Jim Magnolia, never touched this game, just got recommended the stream. Is it easy to pick up? Kinda, yeah. I would highly recommend you watch guides from creators such as myself. Obviously, I'm going to plug myself there, but I do highly recommend it. This is a wiki game, but the tutorial does get you off to a basic start. When I say it's a wiki game, it's because you will want to understand more than what the game tells you. And the wiki, or guides overall, is the best way to do that, straight up. There is no shame in using guides and support. But yeah, overall I'd say it's a relatively easy game to pick up, and it's a relatively easy game to just dabble in because it is completely free. And missions can be as short or as long as you want, pretty much. So take it at your own pace. Take it at your own pace. Oh, 20 Argon crystals during that, god damn. Well, they're all going to decay. I'll probably have to get answer for this. Syndris, your favourite or best known way to handle nullifier bubbles? Rapid rate of fire. Just that, rapid rate of fire. There's nothing too special to it. I think I missed a couple of questions. Apparently not too much. Remember Warframe's best friend is Wiki? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Alrighty then. Thank you very much, Kodakop, Zom, and Sabimon for joining in on those missions there. Yeah, but that was a good one. Which means, chat, we are wrapping it up there. Let me just refund the points on these couple picks, which have not happened, because we just not worked them into today. If you have not grabbed yourself a ticket, I'm going to give you 1 more minute to grab yourselves a ticket for the Platinum giveaway. Exclamation mark ticket for a chance to win it. Open to all platforms. It's 1 chance per person. Which do I prefer for priming, Epitaph or Nucore? Epitaph. I just don't like the feel of the Nucore. It's a strong weapon, it's a good weapon, it's a capable weapon, and it doesn't even require prime sure footed to not stagger yourself with, so it has got benefits over the Epitaph. I just prefer the Epitaph. I just prefer it. Simple as that one. How do you get so many Axie relics? What I do is I play the game a lot. 1,792 hours of mission time. And suddenly I have loads of relics. It also helps that I don't open them that often. So I have hundreds of hours of relics. If I sort this by owned, and you can see that the top row here alone represents over 250 relics. Close to 300 relics, actually. The top row alone, I have close to 300 relics, and this scrolls for a while. I play the game a lot. I do not have the time to open all these relics, basically. Esprit, you have a good one. Thank you very much for all your support, dude. Hope to see you around. How many juicy voltage relics? I got a few in there. I got a few. Not huge amounts, probably, but I got a few. Epitaph has AoE that stagger you or knock you? Yeah. Epitaph has an AoE and it staggers you or knocks you down. Yeah. On the quick shot, not the charge shot. Are there any relics you're lacking? Because it seems you got every single one. Oh yeah, plenty. Absolutely loads of relics I haven't got. All of these, look at these. All of these relics. I've got absolutely 0 of all of these relics right here. Nil. Zara. Zip. Nothing. You see that scroll bar there is actually over halfway of the way back up before we find a relic I do have. There's plenty of relics I don't have. Because they're not in rotation. So yeah, plenty I haven't got. Alright then, I think that is about time. We've given everyone plenty of opportunity to grab themselves a ticket. Such emojis say, mind if I see a Railjack build before you go? You can see it by going over to my YouTube channel. I have 4 Railjack guides, one for the crew, one for the guns, one for the Plexus, and one for the armaments. Check out those guides, they'll help you out. But let's have a look then. Everyone's grabbed a ticket who's supposed to grab a ticket. If you haven't grabbed one yet, then it is too late as of now. I've just closed it. We got 77 people in it with a chance to win it. Only one person is actually going to be able to claim that today, and that winner today is Short Fur. Congratulations to Short Fur. I'll be sending you a message here on Twitch in the next few minutes to get a hold of your Warframe username and platform. Yeah, that's sorted out for you. Congratulations there, Short Fur. Hello Ignatius, or rather should I say goodbye, as we are unfortunately now having to wrap up the stream. It is that time of night, I know. It is that time of night. We have reached the limit for what we're going to do for now. But don't go anywhere just yet. We are raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. And if you do want to catch these streams in the future, make sure you are following the channel. If you want to make these streams continue indefinitely into the future, consider hitting the subscribe button as well. Because it is your guys' support that allows me to continue doing these streams. But for now, let's see. Who are we going to raid today? Who are we going to raid today? Oh. What is this? Why is someone... I don't know if we speak their same language. No, we do not. They're Spanish. Dang it. I was wondering, why do I not recognize this person with 800 viewers? We don't share a language. That'll be why. That would be why. Let me search English only, please. There we go. Who are we going to go to? Mr. Roadblock. I don't remember the last time we raided Mr. Roadblock, so we're going to go there and hope for the best. There we go. Right, raid is set up, ladies and gents. We are heading on over to Mr. Roadblock. Let's see what they're all about. I hope you have enjoyed today's stream. Thank you very much for joining in from the get-go. Sorry for the slightly late delay at the start of the stream, but for those of you who are here at the start of the stream, you know exactly why. So, yeah. Take that as it comes. Until then, I'll catch you around. Have a good one. Bye-bye.